Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here's one of those cars that's for sale that I probably don't need to tell you what it is. Needless to say, a Batmobile. Give you all the details in but a moment. Greetings and salutations from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest addition, and it is a special one to say the least. Everybody who was a small child or in this day and age probably knows what a Batmobile is. Right here on our sales floor is a 1966 replica of the Batmobile from the first TV show that came out. I'll tell you what, you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start, hear that Batmobile run, do a walk around and give you some of the details of this truly remarkable automobile that's sitting right here on the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars. Now, you can click on the link in the description. It'll take you right to our website, having access to the pricing and all the information on this beautiful car, plus the availability of all our additional inventory, over 100 vehicles right now that could possibly be sitting in your garage within a very short amount of time. So let's go back to the car of hand right here, a Batmobile. I'll tell you what, this is one of those cars that brings back memories of my youth. Needless to say, I was in 3rd grade in 1966. And the entire school, neighborhood, everyone was anticipating when Batman was going to be on television. So they had given previews of the show coming up, whatever. So every kid went home, and at 4 o'clock, I guarantee you everyone in my neighborhood, all the kids had their TV show on and were watching it. Now, just for some of you that don't know how the original one first came out, when that TV show came on at the end, near the end of the show, Batman and Robin were tied up, I believe, by the Riddler. And you go, well, what's going to happen? And they go, tune in tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. And they left you hanging. Oh my gosh, as a kid in 3rd grade, that was like the hardest thing. You had to wait till the next day to find out what was going to happen to Batman and Robin. Tell you what, it's just one of those cars that instills lots of good childhood memories. One of those kind of TV shows that, you know, in this day and age, you can let your kids watch. Wouldn't have to worry about it. Everything about the show was good in that sense of the word. I mean, yes, you have some buff, bop, biff, wham, whack, whatever stuff, but needless to say, for the most part, was very, very good children-orientated program, and adults liked it too because of the comic books and whatnot. Well, this particular example is not one of the real ones. I mean, Barris made the real one from a 1955 Lincoln that he paid $1 for from Ford because they no longer needed the car. And so he recreated and made the first original Batmobile that sold for over $4.6 million in 2013. A little bit out of the price range of most of us average people out there. So if you're looking for something that still has the same look, then this particular car absolutely looks just like an original one, needless to say. I mean, the black with the bats on the middle of the rims. Under the hood, of course, it's going to be a late model engine. It's out of a 1978 Lincoln. So you got a 400 with a C6 automatic. So basically, anybody can get in this car with power steering, power brakes. Anyone can drive it. Needless to say, it's a little challenging, a little hard to look out the back, whatever. But a lot of these, you know, it's just one of those really specialty cars. I guess I can't tell you any more than that. Beautiful radial tires, of course. So it's a car that you could drive. This one has not been driven a great deal since it's done, in extremely nice condition all the way around. Let's just take a look at the things that make Batmobiles so special. Of course, these cool windshields and the rear window, needless to say, really, really special. It's just one of those things when you were a kid, this car just intrigued lots of imagination. And whoever, George Barris, when he built this car, original ones, came up with lots of novelty ideas. There's one thing that I always make mention of, which really caught my eye the first time I ever seen a Batmobile, and that would have been back in the 60s, is a speedometer in this car. You go, what in the world? Where did they get a speedometer lays down like that? Well, would you believe that's out of a 1958 Edsel? Now, there you go. You want a piece of trivia? Oh, yeah, that's a speedometer out of an Edsel. Needless to say, George Barris was able to scrounge parts back in the day, and that just be one of them he did right there. Of course, you have to have the Batphone right there if you want to call Commissioner Gordon, if that's something you got to do from the Bat Cave. This one particular car does even have a propane torch that lights up the back rear rocket engine, so that can be activated. Plus, you got the symbol on the top, the Bat emergency turn lever in place. Plus, there's all the interesting gauges and whatnot. Everything on this thing, we have taken a lot of time to get all that stuff to work. A lot of really neat features. And again, another reason why you're going to want to watch the entire video and look at all the pictures as well. It's one of those things you can find on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram now as well, and TikTok. We are also on that site as well. You know, give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very, very much. And you'll have all the information on this car, my current inventory here on the sales floor, and as kind of an added bonus, some of the cars and vehicles we've sold over the last several years as well. But you want to make sure to go to that website, and that is www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. Nope. 1966 was a pretty special year, and old Adam West and Burt Ward did a really good job as Batman and Robin. I mean, they made full-length pictures that you went to as a kid as well. But yeah, it's just one of those cars that just instills lots of memories, still has the parachutes in the back. Don't know if they work. I don't think I'm going to pull the cord just to see. But, you know, generally we're not having to stop and turn around on a dime like the Batmobile had to do to fight those villains, if you will. Like I said, the interior is really unique. Needless to say, love the Bat fire extinguisher right there just in case. It's always ready at your disposal. No, it's one of those cars that, you know, we do have a full title on this car, so no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You can actually own this car, you can actually drive it if so inclined. One of those really unique pieces. Now, if you're like me, you're going to say, you know, Scott, I really like to come down and look at it in person. Well, by all means, this is one of those examples of a car that everyone comes in and go, oh my gosh, a Batmobile. Yes. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. For those of you who want to come down and get a gander at this really beautiful recreation, I got to make sure to say that, of the original George Barris cars. Just one of those things that, like I say, instills lots of stuff in my mind. Now, a car such as this, we can certainly help with shipping. If you buy it and you live out of state, we can help with that. You can give us a call at 763-428-7337, and we'll answer any and all questions you may have about the vehicle or any of our inventory for that matter. Now, we can also lead you in directions if you need financing. I mean, not everyone's going to go to the bank and go, I need to finance a Batmobile. They might look at you a little strangely, but we do have some outfits and companies that we've utilized over the years that could help you with that if that was something that you needed done. Again, we just really appreciate you looking at our video. This is just one of those movie classic cars that just really instills just affection, if you will, from all ages. Never forget the first time. This will be like the third or fourth one we've had. I sold the first one I brought in. My uncle had to come. Now, he was a comic book guy, and he said, I have got to see a Batmobile. I mean, I think I made his day, needless to say, when he got to come and see a Batmobile in person. So, with that being said, thank you again for watching our videos. We appreciate it very much, and hope to see you next time at EllingsonMotorcars.com.